All righty, it is 6:02. We're going to go ahead and get started. First off, I'd like to, again, remind everyone, we are expecting quite a bit of participation at this meeting. If everyone can please remember to mute themselves and turn off your videos. We're trying to limit distractions as much as possible. Good evening. My name is Carlos Barrera. I'm principal at Early College High School. Joining us today, we have our two counselors, Mrs. Rocio Faz and Mrs. Alejandra Gonzalez.
Hi.
Today, we're going to be going over, this is an informational meeting and going over a lot of different things. The entirety of this presentation will be recorded and posted on our webpage for reference. And if anybody shows up late or anybody missed the meeting that wants to attend, they can watch it there, okay? The rest of our office staff is Mrs. Christina Nolan, Mrs. Rosie Soto, and Mrs. Leticia Saldivar. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone for joining us and your interest in Early College High School. We believe in a family concept here. It is a smaller campus, excuse me. And what I mean by family concept is that it takes more than just teachers and schools to help students reach their goals academically. It takes a lot of communication with parents, a lot of communication back and forth from teachers and parents and students. And because of the pandemic, this is a different time in education. However, that being said, it's never been easier to communicate. We use a bunch of different platforms, this being one of them. We also use Remind, we use, of course, email, and different types of messaging. And that's one of the keys to have our students be successful. We will be going over quite a bit, like I said, and if anyone has any questions throughout the meeting, there are QR codes, and that's gonna take you to a link. And what you need to do, if you're not familiar with it, use your cell phone, go to your camera, and just hover over the square-shaped code that's there. A link will pop up, and if you click on that, it'll take you to a form to where you fill out your email address and your phone number and ask your question. All of these questions will be answered at the end of the meeting. That way we can get through all the information. And even after the meeting, if you have other questions, you can still use the same code, you can still use the same link to ask questions, and we'll be answering those in true time after the meeting, okay? So without further ado, let me turn the meeting over to Mrs. Rocio Faz.
Hi, good evening. As Mr. Barrera said, our principal, this is going to be a parent for information and student meeting about our school, Early College High School. And there you see the QR code that you can scan with your phone and type in any questions that you may have. We will refer back to those questions towards the end of the presentation. So about our school was established in August 2015. So this year we are graduating our third graduation class, and we will be picking our 7th cohort, which is the 8th graders right now, incoming freshmen. So every year we pick a cohort of students that are entering their 9th grade year, which is you right now, the students that are right now in 8th grade. Our school's primary goal is affording students from underrepresented backgrounds the opportunity to earn an associate's degree, which an associate's degree is a 2-year degree, or up to 60+ college hours and your high school diploma simultaneously by the end of your senior year. So students are able to earn college credit at no cost to their families or to the students from 9th through 12th grade. Next slide. This verbiage here on this screen comes directly from TEA. As in early college high school, we have to follow the early college high school blueprint. The blueprint is on the TEA website, and it states the guidelines that we must follow as far as recruiting students and the selection of students to be able to come in early college high school students. So I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna explain it just because the verbiage comes directly from TEA. So as a Texas Education Agency designated campus, Del Rio Early College High School recruitment and enrollment processes shall identify, recruit, and enroll the subpopulations of at-risk students, first-generation college goers, and students of low socioeconomic statuses. Early college high school campuses are required to recruit students of underrepresented backgrounds in an effort to increase opportunities for post-secondary success. However, we encourage students from all backgrounds to apply. So with that said, early college high school is aimed at providing a head start for college, a pathway to college for students that otherwise might not have attended college. Maybe they're first generation college students. Maybe they're first ones that are going to go graduate with their high school diploma. Maybe they are at risk for a variety of different reasons. But everybody is encouraged to apply, and everybody also does have that equal opportunity to get chosen as cohort 7 early college high school students. Of course, we have to have a partner college where we offer these college courses through. So our institution of higher education is Southwest Texas Junior College, which is located right across the street from Early College High School. Our Early College High School main building is right across Del Rio High School, right across the street from Del Rio High School. And of course, the college is catty corner to us. Okay, next slide. So a little bit of a history here. Like I said, we have graduated 2 classes already, class of 2019 and class of 2020. I did include here the amount of associate's degrees that have been awarded. The class of 2019, it was 62 associate's degrees that were awarded, and 2020, 66, again, associate's degree that were awarded. Some of these students were short 1 or 2 classes. They were close to earn their associate's degree, but due to one reason or another, are not passing one of the TSI required college level assessments, which I'll be talking about later on in the presentation. They were short 1 college class or whatnot. So these are the numbers that we graduate again with associate's degrees for those classes. Also, our school has earned an A rating based on our state accountability standards, which measures our population and measures test scores, STAR end of course exams. It measures SAT, ACT, and other categories along that pathway. Our student enrollment, again, is from 9th through 12th grade. And we have a total population this year of 471 students that are in early college, and we are our own campus. In addition to that, we do have 22 full-time staff and 6 Southwest Texas adjunct faculty. So our staff, they teach the core area classes, and we also have staff employed by the district that are college professors as well and teach those college classes. They hold their master's degree in that concentration. Therefore, the college has them as the college professors for our students. Along with the adjunct faculty, we do have, like I said, 6 teachers that work for Southwest Texas Junior College and provide dual credit classes for students to earn their associate's degrees. Other items that our school has to offer, we are like a family. Once you become an early college high school student, it's kind of like we adopt you, and we are going to communicate with you for the next 4 years along your high school education. So we do a lot of peer and teacher collaboration. Our teachers are expected to communicate a lot with the parents with the students, make phone calls home. Hey, your child is doing really good in class. You know, they're improving in class, or you know what, they need more help in this. Let's help them out this way, and so forth. So that collaboration between the teacher, parent, and us here at the office is very important. There's a lot of peer tutoring also, where students help each other out, and they do tutorials, projects together as well. So that's where the consistent communication and transparency. And as a school, we feel that transparency is very important. We always like to tell our parents and students what is coming up next. We have different ways of communicating with our students. One, of course, is through our Facebook page, through Early College High School. And then we also we'll use the Remind app, where students that are selected do join the Remind app, and that's where we hold a lot of messages, a lot of communication, a lot of news and important events coming up with our students and our parents. So that's something that students join once they become, if selected to join Early College High School. Also supportive and nurturing learning environment. That is vital in all the classrooms. Support needs to be there. Teachers are very nurturing in their learning environment, because again, Early College High School is aimed to earning to an associate's degree. So that means taking rigorous courses. In order for students, and like it was mentioned, at-risk students, to reach that level, a lot of support, a lot of nurturing needs to take place to help build the student from here to here. High academic standards for all students. Every student will take rigorous courses across a core area subjects, because we need to prepare students for those college classes. College classes are also applicable for students in the summer, for those that we feel need to take some summer courses or qualify to take some college courses in the summer. Of course, free tuition and books. If you do become an Early College High School student, these college classes, the tuition is free, and also the books. So we know if the college class can cost anywhere from $400 to $600 for one class, plus the book can be another $100. So that is something that is paid for through the district. Of course, you get a head start to taking college classes. For the most part, you can start taking college classes in high school. So if you don't make Early College High School, let's say you're not selected in the 125, you can take dual credit card classes starting in high school, but you have to start in 11th grade. Okay, Early College High School starts in 9th grade. So once you graduate from high school, if you do earn your associate's degree, you're already going to be 2 years into your bachelor's degree if that's the route you want to take. So an associate's degree is a 2-year degree. A bachelor's degree is a 4-year degree. Okay. Academic preparation for post-secondary studies. So as we've had 2 classes that have already graduated, we keep networking with them. And one of the questions that we always ask, so were you prepared? Tell us, how is it going? And they have great stories to say how they're academically prepared as far as planning out their day, time management, study skills, because those are skills that are built on here in our campus because of the classes that they have to take with us at our school. So they do, students have testimonials that they have been successful and that those skills have helped them now in those post-secondary institutions that they're now attending to. College going culture. Of course, because we're in early college, we do always talk to students about different possibilities and universities that are out there, whether it's a university, whether it's a 2-year college, whether it's a technical school, maybe they want to join the armed forces and so forth. So we do invite representatives to attend and speak to students. And this year, of course, all of those presentations have been virtual presentations. College trips, that is another, again, in a regular school year, we do take a variety of scholarships of college trips to Texas state schools, where we take students with us in a bus and we drive down to, we've been to Texas A&M in College Station, Texas Tech, Texas A&M in Corpus Christi, Texas A&M in Laredo, UTSA, Texas State, Angelo State, UT, San Edwards, and we've been to a variety of colleges. So we really like to take students to these college trips because we feel that them being on campus, they'll be able to soak up that environment and see what a true campus is about. Even if they don't plan to attend there, it's just a good experience for them to observe that environment and to make them aware of what is out there for them and the opportunities, you know, that they can aim for. Okay, we do also host a lot of student events. Of course, right now we don't have that going on, but we do have student events such as our health fair, or we've had our history fair and other types of events that students can volunteer and so forth, and showcase their works. Okay, next slide. So locations. So Early College High School here in the main campus, we are located where the old administration building used to be. They demolished that whole building and they built it from ground up. So it doesn't look the same as it was when it was the old administration building back, you know, five years ago or so. So here in our building, we have six classrooms. We have our common area, which is our cafeteria, and we have our offices in the front. So here at Early College, the teachers that are housed here are the district's college teachers, okay? So this is one location. We have at the 9th grade campus Del Rio Freshman School, it's the J building. The J building is a building that is for early college high school students for core area classes. And that is the building that's right next to the cafeteria, right where the curb is at the freshman campus. Then we have a building at Del Rio High School, which is the 900 wing. It's right next to the teacher's parking lot. So that houses our 10th grade teachers' core area classes. And then we also, like I said, have Southwest Texas Junior College right across the street. So we're all in a short distant radius where students, depending on what grade level they are. So like, for example, if you do get selected, you're going to be in 9th grade, your core area classes are going to be in that J building, which is your English, your algebra or your geometry, your BIM class, and your biology class, okay? All the other classes, maybe it's a foreign language, maybe it's a class that is with a pathway with the Cte Center pathways, maybe it's an athletic class, maybe it's a band class. You're going to take it wherever that class is located, okay? And you're going to be mixed in with the other regular freshman students, okay? So we do have students that walk from the freshman to early college, back to the freshman, or from the freshman to the college, or from early college to high school. I mean, students are walking back and forth. So the good thing is only 4 transitions. We are in a block schedule as the middle school is. And in a real university, for some of us, you know, that have attended, we know that we are always walking. So that well, in a setting where students were attending face-to-face, like I said, this year it's very different, but students do walk from one location to another, okay? And they are allowed to, we do dismiss in a couple of minutes before time to allow ample time to get to class on time. Okay, so I just wanted to point out of the different locations where we are located, and that way you can kind of have a good picture about that. Next slide. Okay, so through the comprehensive high school, meaning Del Rio High School and freshman campus, ECHS students have the opportunity to participate in all advanced placement courses. Okay, this advanced placement are your AP courses. So the high school offers about 15 to 16 different AP courses: physics AP, chemistry AP, biology AP, calculus AP, Spanish AP, English AP, and numerous others. Our students can still take those courses. Athletic programs, students can participate in football, soccer, track and field, swimming, any athletic sport. Our students can also be part of those programs. Fine arts programs, jazz band, mariachi, band, flags, bells, cheer, dance company, all of those programs are also accessible. Cte Career Pathways, So the CTE, of course, building is located on Main. Students, they offer the technical industry classes over there. And then the CTE also offers classes at the high school and at the freshman for non-industry related courses. So our students are able to take the pathway, any pathway that they plan to take and are approved to take with the CTE department. And like the high school students, the way they get to the building, if they have a class over there, is that the district buses them to that building. Okay, so buses go back and forth during transitions times, depending on the period that you have the class and if your class is located over there. Okay, if it's located at the high school, then of course we just walk over there as well. Any other electives? Maybe you want to take Art 1, 2, and 3. Maybe you want to take other classes that are not in a pathway. Those are accessible as well. UIL academic programs, maybe you're gonna do UIL academics, math, science, poetry, and so forth. Those are open also, and clubs and organizations, National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, and there's numerous clubs that you can join in high school. So to sum it up, everything is available to our students at early college. Okay, so what are the Texas State graduation requirements? So our students are on the Foundation Plus endorsement plan and on the Distinguished plan. So that consists of English. Students need 4 credits. And this is across the state of Texas, not just early college high school, not just Del Rio High School, but across the state of Texas. These are the requirements. You need 4 levels of English. So it can be English 1, English 2, and then English AP, English dual credit, science, 4 science credits, biology, chemistry, physics, dual credit biology, social studies. It's only 3 credits for social studies because at freshman year, you do not take a social studies. And that consists of world history, US history, government half semester, and economics another semester. So that's a total of 3. Foreign language, it is 2 credits of foreign language. What is offered is is Spanish and French. So you do have to take 2 years of either Spanish or 2 years of French. Fine arts, 1 credit of fine art, which can be band or cheer or bells or theater, mariachi, anything that is fine arts related. Your BIM credit, that is a technology credit. This class is taken in 9th grade. All students in 9th grade take this course. It covers Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, Word, and all those documents under Microsoft Office. PE, 1 credit of PE is required, which students can take either regular PE, or if they do ROTC freshman year, that counts as a PE. Or if they play a sport and they're in an athletic period, that also gives them their PE credit, and that's just 1. Speech, half a semester of speech is required, and then 5.5 electives. Now those 5.5 electives are gonna come from a pathway that the students will take, because all the students have to graduate with an endorsement. Those pathways will be presented to you throughout this latter part of the month in January. The CTE department will be doing virtual CTE fairs where they're going to talk about their different pathways that they have available for students to choose as their sequence for high school. Okay, so those are up and coming January and February, those presentations virtually. So total credits is 26 credits to earn your high school diploma. In addition to that, students have to pass 5-star end of course exams, which are the English 1, English 2, Biology, Algebra 1, and US History. So those are the 5 tests that students have to pass by the time they graduate. So the student takes those tests whenever it is that they're enrolled in that class during the school year. So if you're in 8th grade right now and you're taking Algebra 1 and English 1 for high school credit, you're going to take a STAR end of course exam in the spring. So if you pass those, then you're done with those 2. Now you just have the others left. Some of you may be in 8th grade math and 8th grade language arts class. So then you'll take Algebra 1, and then you'll take English 1 and Biology and as a freshman. and you'll take the end of course exams the end of your freshman year. Okay, so that's how those work. You take that test when you take that class at the end of that academic year. So it's 5 total. So for the most part, English 1, Algebra 1, and Biology are taken in 9th grade. English 2 is taken in 10th grade, and the US History 1 is taken in 11th grade. Okay, for some of you, it may be earlier if you're enrolled in those classes because you took English 1 or Algebra 1 in 8th grade. Okay, so it's 5-star EOC. We refer to them as EOCs. It stands for end of course. Okay. All right, so I went over the high school graduation requirements because again, early college, high school, the first priority for us is that you earn your diploma. Okay. What we also offer is Associates of Arts degree in General Studies, which is 60 college hours. So that is consists of core curriculum. Okay. Maybe some of you may have some siblings or your parents or some relatives or friends that have talked about, I took my basics, or I'm going to take my basics here at Southwest and I'm going to transfer to a university and so forth. So this is the classes that they're talking about, the ones here that are under the core curriculum, 42 college hours. So this are the list of classes that count for college credit. So we see there it starts with art appreciation, which is Art 1301. It awards 3 college hours, okay? Then we see macroeconomics 2301, 3 college hours. So the amount of hours that is earned is there in parentheses. So in college, they use a different verbiage. They go by hours. To earn a certain degree, you need so many college hours, okay? And on the previous slide, we talked about credits. You need 26 credits to graduate and so forth. So there's a difference there in the verbiage as far as what is needed. High school is credit, college is amount of hours. So the way this works, if I'm a student and I take art appreciation college class, okay, I'm going to take it for 1 semester. All of these are half semester classes. Okay, so I'm going to take it in August. The semester ends in December for college. If I pass it successfully, I'm going to earn 3 hours in college. Okay. And the high school end, I'm going to earn half a credit. Okay. So 3 hours is equivalent to half a credit in high school. So the verbiage is a little bit different. Okay. So if we look at the title here, we're like 60 college hours. Does that mean 60 classes? I have to take 60 different classes on top of my diploma, the slide that was just presented a while ago. Okay, so dual credit means dual enrollment. Dual credit means you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to take art appreciation. I'm going to get my fine art college credit. And I'm going to satisfy half a credit on my fine art credit for high school graduation. Because as you remember, I need 1 fine art credit to graduate from high school. Okay. The next one, macroeconomics. That's a requirement for graduation for high school. I take a dual credit. It's one of my basic courses for my associates, my core curriculum. And I'm satisfying my economics course for my diploma. Okay. So by taking that class, and it being dual credit, I'm getting 2 things out of it, my high school credit and my college credit. Okay, so it's taking that same class that is equaling to 2 things if I successfully pass it. Okay, so this list on the left-hand side is the core curriculum. Like I said, the basics. For the most part, all of these courses you need to take in order to graduate with your diploma. Okay, so once we add all these hours, it equals to 42 college hours. As the title states, you need 60 college hours. So where did the other 18 come from? So that's where you look at the other side here of this document, 18 additional college hours, okay, which is for the most part 6 classes. It can be chosen from any of the ones in this list. The only one that's required is that first part that has to be an elective that students take, which is Education 1300. It's like an orientation class. And that's actually the class that we start students with as their first college class when they're in 9th grade, okay? So that is a required elective. So that awards 2 college hours, as we see here. The remaining 16 can come from a combination of any of those on that list. So you see psychology, BIM, CPR, Ps, biology, finance, and business, and eco. Okay, so anything that, as long as you have 18 hours of electives. Or, as you see that last item, other college classes. So what does that mean? That means they're those programs, and I know it's in small print, apologies, but some of the CTE programs offer dual credit classes that are embedded in their sequence, okay, in their pathway, in the endorsement. Remember, everybody has to graduate with an endorsement. That's part of Texas graduation requirements for everybody across the state. So the following programs offer dual credit classes, which are their criminal justice, welding, aircraft, emergency medical technician, CNA, accounting, business, automotive, construction, and HVAC. And there may be some others and so forth. So if a student, once you view the information that CT will present to you during the next coming weeks and in February, and you decide what pathway you want to, that interests you, okay? Some of those pathways will lead into dual credit classes if you follow this sequence. And usually those college classes are taken in 11th and 12th grade, because first you do like an introduction class, and then it leads to the dual credit classes, okay? So some of our students that are in those programs, that they were, for example, let's say they were in criminal justice, that was their pathway. They took the introduction of criminal justice in 10th grade, then they took Law 1 dual credit. Then they took Law 2 dual credit senior year. So because there were dual credit classes, that's how they earned those 18 hours, okay? Because remember, a pathway is required, an endorsement is required, okay? So that's how the 42 and the 18 equal to 60. And that is how, by taking these classes, you also simultaneously cover what you need, or take what you need for your high school diploma, okay? So I don't want you to think it's 26 classes, then it's another 60 classes, no. And it's not even 60 classes here, okay? Like I said, if I take a college class and I pass, by the end of that semester, I earn 3 college hours. So here we see this information. So if it takes 60 college hours to graduate with my associates, and 1 class gives me 3, approximately how many classes need to be dual credit? Well, you can do the math, right? It's about 20 dual credit half semester classes that will also give you your high school credit, okay? So that is how these 2 diplomas, your diploma and your associate's degree, is something that's very tangible for you to complete by your senior year, okay? All right, next slide. Okay, so a little bit on, I kind of just did a real early college high school 4 years at a glance. And then I put the statement, this is just a sample plan. Courses are determined on an individual basis and college readiness level for that student. Courses in red indicate they are dual credit. So this is just a sample plan of a 9th grade courses that students will be taking. Maybe you'll be in English 1, or maybe you'll be in English 2 pre-AP. Okay, and our English 2 will be pre-AP. You'll be in a writing or creative writing. Biology will be pre-AP. You'll be in Algebra 1. So if you're in 8th grade math right now, next year you'll be in Algebra 1. If you're in Algebra 1 right now in 8th grade, next year you'll be in Geometry pre-AP. Okay, so pre-AP means advanced. So we do have 3 levels of classes that are available. We have the regular, we have the pre-AP, and we have the dual credit and AP, okay? So AP classes are not available in 9th grade here for early college, nor for regular freshman students or high school, not freshman year, okay? Then you have BIM. A BIM is a technology credit that all students take in 9th grade, regardless if you're early college, high school or not. Foreign language or another required component, maybe you want to do your PE freshman year, maybe you want to do your fine art your freshman year. The college classes that we schedule in for students is that Learning Frameworks dual credit class and Advanced Health dual credit. And then your pathway endorsement. What CTE pathway did you choose? Or maybe you chose another pathway that's not CTE. So that's where we fit that in. Okay, so that's a sample of a 9th grade course load. Now the 10th grade here is English 2 pre-AP, or if you took English 2 in 9th grade, then you jump into English composition dual credit. Creative writing, chemistry will be pre-AP, geometry will be pre-AP, or algebra 2 pre-AP. World history pre-AP, or you can take it AP level as well. Foreign language, because you need 2 years of foreign language, so here you can take your 2nd year of foreign language or any other required component, okay? Art dual credit and personal finance dual credit, and your pathway endorsement elective based on whatever pathway or endorsement you chose, okay? 11th grade, this is a sample as well, English 3 dual credit or English 4 or AP. Biology dual credit, and the lab is also dual credit. Algebra 2, college algebra dual credit, US history dual credit, philosophy, speech dual credit, fine arts or other required components, and your pathway endorsement elective. So just remember that everything that's in red, those are college level courses. So as we see here, 11th grade is a very rigorous year because almost all the core area is dual credit. Okay, and in 12th grade we have English 4. Students can either take it regular, they can take it AP, they can take an advanced science, they can take an advanced math. Examples of advanced math can be pre-cal, calculus, statistics. Examples of advanced science can be environmental science AP, biology AP, chemistry, physics AP. And then moving on to the social studies, US government dual credit, eco dual credit, Texas government dual credit, psychology dual credit, or students can take other college classes, their pathway endorsement elective, and our seniors at early college, they all take the college transitions pre-AP class. So this is something that is unique also for early college. All our seniors are required to take at least half a semester of the college transitions pre-AP class. That is the class that students are guided to, because they're seniors, applying to colleges, applying to scholarships, applying for financial aid, career awareness. So it's awareness as far as your post-secondary plans. So that's what that college transitions pre-AP class, they write college essays and so forth, and they're guided along with the college application process, because it is a process to apply to colleges once you are a senior, okay? So early college, high school has that every senior is required to take for half semester at least, some take it for the full year, okay? So in a nutshell, that's a 4 years at a glance. Again, it's based on students' courses, their level, their college ready level. Now, if a student is not successful in a college class, then we will not register the student for additional college classes until they prove that they are ready to take additional classes, maybe a semester or a year later, okay? It's very important to keep in mind that when you start earning credits for high school, those are posted on your high school transcript. Your high school transcript keeps adding classes at the end of every semester, okay? When you apply to college, which is senior year, all the colleges will ask you, send me your high school transcript. So it's gonna be a paper that has your name, all the credits you earned, your grades that you received, your GPA, and so forth. It's going to be an academic profile of you, of your performance in your classes throughout high school, okay? So it's very important that you do well in all of your classes, and you're going to see all your classes in your high school transcript, including your dual credit classes, okay? Now, when you take a college class, you will also have that college class posted on your college transcript. Okay, for our school, of course, we have our partnership with Southwest Texas Junior College. So once you take your first college class, you're also starting your college transcript with that college class you're taking, whether it's 1 or 2 or however many you are taking for that school year. Okay, now we have to take care of our GPAs both in high school and in college. Okay, high school because you need it for admission to universities once you start applying senior year. College because that is a lifelong document that stays with you as far as your college enrollment throughout when you're in early college, once you graduate, when you're enrolled to community college, or whether it's a university, private, public, out of state, in state, that goes with you also. Okay, so just want to make you aware that once you do take a college class, you start your college transcript. So that's where we encourage students to please do their best in all of the college classes. Okay. Okay. So the 4-year plans, they are created with you with a counselor. So students that do get selected for early college, high school, myself and Mrs. Gonzalez, we will be contacting students. It'll probably be to the latter part of the year to set up, okay, let's do your 4-year plan. It'll probably be virtually or through phone conference because of the circumstances. And that's when we talk to, okay, now you attended all the CTE fairs. You were exposed to everything that is available as a pathway, what interests you and so forth. And we'll be guiding you along the way to do your 4-year plan, okay? And those are created with you throughout this last part of the school year. So a counselor will reach out to you, whether it's us at early college, if you were selected in early college, if you're drawn for early college, or if you're going to attend Del Rio Freshman School, there'll be a counselor contacting you from that school as well. Okay, just thought I would point out that to you. So TSIA 2, Texas Success Initiative Assessment 2. They just changed and updated this test, actually this past January 11th. So this is a state assessment that measures a student's college readiness level and placement in enrolling in college classes and in universities across the state of Texas. Students must pass a TSI in order for us to enroll the student in a college course. Okay, so our students have a variety of opportunities to take the TSI test. Our students are available to take it throughout the school year, and they're also available to take it throughout the summer. Okay, so students have multiple opportunities to start taking this exam, and it is a college level exam. It assesses reading, writing, and math skills. Go ahead. Okay, so how do students qualify to take college classes? Again, students must pass both reading and writing, ELAR is the name of the test, of the TSIA to enroll in college classes. So that's the test that we start students with in order to be able to sign you up for that learning frameworks class or that personal health and fitness class and so forth. The math portion must be passed in order for students to take a college level math class, which would be like college algebra. So students continue to test throughout the school year and during the summer to be able to successfully pass those tests. Support is also available for students to pass those exams. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that when I talk about the summer bridge. So let's say a student does not pass the TSI and they are already in 10th grade or 11th grade. They're not dropped from early college, high school. Okay, so once you become our student, you stay with us throughout the whole 4 years. Okay, so we do not drop you because you failed the class. We do not drop you because you're not able to pass the TSI. Okay. So for those students that don't pass the TSI, well, we won't be able to enroll you in college classes, but we will still schedule you for your classes that you need for your high school diploma. Okay. So applying to early college, high school. To apply to early college, high school, you have to submit an application that is available digitally, both in English and in Spanish. It's on our district website, early college high school website, district Facebook page, and student school emails. It was also emailed to student school emails. We also have paper applications here at early college high school, and they're also available at the 8th grade counselor's office where you can fill out and turn those in. Only one application per student is needed. And that deadline is in February 24th. Okay, that is the deadline to apply to early college. So that's the application process.
Ms. Foss, let me jump in on that. Parents, I did send an email to all parents as well with a letter regarding this meeting, and also with the links for this meeting and applications. On that letter, it did say that the deadline is February 28th. That was my mistake. That was a typo. It is February 24th. That has been corrected in the application. But if you need a hard copy, like Ms. Foss said, hard copy applications are available in the office at the 8th grade campus. They're also available here at our campus. But definitely check the student emails through the student district account. It was also sent to the parents' emails, both Guardian 1 and Guardian 2, to the emails that are in Skyward. So just a reminder on that.
All right, so what is the process? How are students selected? So we do what's called a blind lottery. So you apply, you submit an application, you answer the questions in the application, whether you submitted it digitally or you dropped it off in person. We take those applications, we put your name in an index card. It's one card per student, okay? So again, every student gets only one card with their name. Of course, the blind lotteries usually would be in person where everybody was invited to attend, and we had our common area here where it was full of parents and students waiting to see if they were selected. This year, it will be done virtually, but we will be doing exactly the same process as we have in the past. It will just be done through the camera. So index cards are cross-referenced with applications. We make sure and reassure over and over again that we have everybody's name on a card. The virtual blind lottery is scheduled right next after the deadline, which is February 25th, and it'll be at 6 p.m. and it'll be done virtually. Links will be advertised in our district website and other social media platforms, okay? Before the lottery begins, like I said, we like to be transparent. So right before we start drawing names, and before we put the names in the tumbler, so we have an actual big tumbler, we call out all the names just to make sure that we have everybody that just submitted an application, we have their card, a card with their name on there. Okay, so those will be read. Once they're all read, we put them in the tumbler, and then we mix it throughout the picking of cards. We draw 125 names, okay? So we only take 125 students each year based on the staff that we have, based on what we can house. So it's 125 names that are selected, and those that are drawn are a new cohort 7. In addition to that, that same evening, we do draw out also 100 additional names. Those are students that are going to be in the wait list. And the reason that we need to have the reason we have a wait list is because some on the original 125 group that were selected maybe changed their mind because of whatever reason it may be. Maybe they can't commit to the program and so forth. Maybe they cannot attend our summer bridge. Maybe they're moving, whatever the case may be. So if from the 125, anybody that drops, we will pick out students from the waiting list in the order that they were selected. So we start with number 1 in the wait list and we go down the line, okay? All names are recorded and posted. So everybody that gets selected will be contacted by our office, okay? When students are selected, they'll be notified to complete required paperwork and then to also accept admission. Maybe they decline admission. So that's where we go to our wait list to notify that next student. Okay, so that's the last item there, okay? Go ahead and go to the next slide. All right, So these leads to early college summer bridge. So what happens after I'm selected? What goes on? So all students are required to attend the mandatory early college high school summer bridge program, which will be available hopefully in person, but also because of the circumstances, it'll be available virtually, but it will be mandatory if you are chosen as our student. This serves as an orientation, so teachers can get to know you and you can get to know the teachers. So you can get to know our program, how we work, our expectations, study habits, note taking, and so forth. It is to build awareness of what it is to be an early college high school student, be exposed to the high academic standards, and it also gives an opportunity for team building projects. Summer Bridge tentative dates, again, these are tentative right now, but they usually is a 3-week program from June 14th to July 2nd. So if you are chosen, you need to attend the Summer Bridge on those dates. Students must attend one session. So we have 3 sessions throughout the day. One is from 8 to 10, 10 to 12, or 1 through 3. So students, once they fill out their paperwork, they choose a session that they're able to attend. Okay, so it's a 2-hour block for 3 weeks. Students' attendance is very important throughout the summer bridge because a lot goes on during the summer bridge. Not only are you exposed to our program, but it is also important preparation for your TSI assessment, which is your college test that you need to take in order to be enrolled in college class your freshman year. Okay, so participation and commitment are vital through this program. Absences are not allowed. If you have excessive absences or any absence, you will be dropped from early college high school because again, it is a big commitment and a lot goes on the summer programs to prepare you for the next 4 years. When a student is dropped, the next student again from the wait list will be notified to attend the summer bridge and take on from there what is pending. Students in 10th to 12th grade also attend the summer bridge if they are still pending a TSI test. So there are some students that are in 10th grade that haven't passed this TSI test. If they haven't passed it throughout the years and the multiple opportunities that they've had available, then they must attend the summer bridge to prepare them for that exam that they'll be administered throughout the summer for them. Okay, so let's say you're a junior and you haven't passed this, then the summer you have to attend the summer bridge to help you pass the TSI. Okay, now the TSI assessment is not only for dual credit classes. The TSI assessment is a test that all college students need to take, whether they're early college or not. So seniors right now that are in maybe Del Rio High School or other types of high schools, they need to take the TSI to qualify to take college level courses once they graduate from high school. At early college, you have an advantage of taking it the summer after your 8th grade year. So you have 4 years, you know, to try to pass all those tests, okay? So the TSI is required for any student trying to enroll in a college class. Now, there are other exemptions that students can take to qualify to take college classes like SAT and ACT scores, but that's more down 11th and 12th grade year, okay? So you have a head start being an early college high school student and being exposed to this TSI assessment. Go ahead. So student expectations, okay? Maintain excellent attendance, whether it's in person or virtually. Active participation in class. Learn time management, because you will be, you know, not only having to satisfy the associate's degree, but also the high school diploma, okay? So we need to learn time management. A lot of our students are involved in band, sports, variety of clubs and organizations. And in order for them to balance their day, they have to use time management, okay? Display, of course, good character, and that's for any student attending any school, but that's what we display to our students, and that's what we expect in return as well. Achieve high expectations, be successful in all the rigorous courses, set goals, ask questions. You know, our teachers are always wanting students to ask questions, develop strong study habits, dedication, persistence, and determination. Those are big adjectives there. but it does take a lot for students to be able to balance everything that they need to do in a daily basis, as well as if they're involved in extracurricular activities. Community service, we do encourage our students to volunteer in the community. I know right now we're limited, but we do encourage volunteer experiences because we feel that that exposes them to a lot, you know, of what is out there and the help that is needed in our community. Okay. At this time, I'm going to show a short video of one of our alumni that graduated class of 2019. So he has some words to share with students and parents. So we'll go ahead and play that video.
Sorry for the delay. I will be right with you. Okay, here we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Escoto and I'm currently a sophomore anthropology major studying at Texas A&M University. But more important than that, I am also a proud alumnus of Early College High School, where I graduated salutatorian in 2019 as part of the very first cohort of the ECHS program in Del Rio. I was asked to speak to you all about my experience in ECHS and how that experience has shaped my life after graduation. I'll summarize it with one word.
Okay, let me see that. Let me get this going, Ms. Foss, and then we can come back to it.
Okay. Okay. Our apologies for the technical issues.
Okay, are we back?
Okay, so these are the student expectations. Now for the parent and guardian expectations, we do really like to stress our parents need to be very dedicated and very supportive of their students, whether it's in our school or in any school, but particularly because of the rigor, because of the commitment. Providing academic support to your child is going to be vital throughout the 4 years, regardless of whether they're with us or with the high school. Maintain good communication with the school. We always, like I said, have those open lines of communication and that transparency. Participate in our parent meetings, monitor grades, and ensure student attends school on a daily basis, provide encouragement and motivation. Maybe for some of us, for example, me, math is not my thing. I'm not strong in math. So, you know, I may not be able to help my child in math, but I am able to say, how was your day at school today? What are your grades? Let me see your grades. Are you missing work? What do we have to do to help you? And so forth. So providing those words of encouragement is very important. I know, and I'm guilty of this as well. In elementary, you know, we get that report card in that yellow envelope or print it out or whatnot. Now we sign it, we return it. But in middle school, we don't even see it anymore sometimes. Now more than ever, though, you know, parents have been exposed to Skyward and how to view grades and so forth. So we really encourage parents to please keep monitoring your students' grades. Something comes out every 3 weeks, whether it's a progress report or that end of the 6 weeks report cards, because it's very important that you stay connected with the school, stay connected with your child. Okay. Sometimes as parents, Early College High School provides a great opportunity, and we want what's best for them, you know, but we also want to make sure the student wants it as well, okay? Because it is a big commitment, but once they become ours at early college, we will guide them through and we'll provide the support they need for the following 4 years in high school, okay? So that parent expectation is very important. Okay.
Let's try this again.
Okay.
I think I got it going.
Hello everyone, my name is Aaron Escoto and I'm currently a sophomore anthropology major studying at Texas A&M University. But more important than that, I am also a proud alumnus of Early College High School, where I graduated salutatorian in 2019 as part of the very first cohort of the ECHS program in Del Rio. I was asked to speak to you all about my experience in ECHS and how that experience has shaped my life after graduation. I'll summarize it with one word right here: worthwhile. The advantages of leaving high school with 2 years of college credits and even better an associate's degree cannot be expressed enough. I myself could not process the huge head start it gave me until after my first semester in college, when I finally got to see the progress I had made towards my bachelor's degree. Looking at my degree tracker in my student portal, it finally hit me that I was 2 years ahead of my peers that were in the same class. I was impressed once again, and I think the parents will especially like this, when I received my bill from the university and saw just how much money I really did save through ECHS. For me, that was at least $10,000 in just tuition for the core curriculum that I was able to get done in high school. Besides financially, all the hours I came in with provided me with freedom and scheduling to focus on classes that will be useful to me in a career I can be passionate about. All this cannot go without saying that it was tough. I had plenty of times where motivation was hard to come by and giving up seemed so easy. The workload can and will be heavy at times, but what eases that is knowing that you're not alone. There will be at least 4 cohorts of students at any given time going through the exact same thing as you. You'll make friends with them, and together you'll lift each other up. You also have a great support system from not just the high school staff, but from the staff across the street at SWTJC, who both are passionately working to ensure your success. The best advice I can give you will be to use every single bit of that support system. After school questions with your teachers, professors, tutoring at the college, and using the writing center, etc., etc. It's all free and it's all accessible to you. The work you put into ECHS will be rewarded twice over once you graduate. I promise you that. Not only will you reap the benefits ECHS has to offer on paper, but you will also come out a better and well-rounded individual in the end. The challenges and experiences ECHS will present will allow you to mature and develop in ways you would not have in a normal high school setting. You will work harder, think critically, and be more independent than your peers. The expectations are higher for you, and that will make your work ethic and aspirations larger than any other high school of your same age. Let me also say this: higher education is not for everyone. My experience then and now will not be the same for everyone, and it doesn't have to be. That's okay. What ECHS does is make the idea of college less scary and more accessible to you. If it was not an option to you before, perhaps it will be now. It truly is the bridge between high school and university and allows the students who go through it to come out more mature and better prepared for the real world than before. If higher education still does not end up in your future, you will leave ECHS with the same advantages as those who do pursue college after high school. You will take those college credits, hopefully an associate's degree, and every other skill you acquire and make success whatever you set your mind to do. I really hope I could persuade you all to take hold of this amazing opportunity, and I wish you all the best of luck in the next 4 years and even better luck in the years after you cross that stage. Thanks so much for your time, and Gig'em.
So that was one of our alumni from class of 2019. So he had those words to share about his experience here at Early College High School, and 2019 was our first graduating class for our school. Here I included some upcoming presentations for 8th grade students that I mentioned earlier in the presentation. High school graduation requirement information parent meetings will be available to you, will be presented virtually by counselors from middle school and from freshman campuses. Also, there will be Cte Career Pathway program presentations that will present what they offer. So again, there's various numbers of pathways that the CT department offers. To name a few, the welding, the medical fields, aircraft, education, computer science, engineering, accounting, culinary, and there's various numerous numbers of pathways. So please look out for those virtual presentations. That way students can be exposed of what they would like to proceed. Pre-registration sessions, like again, I mentioned that earlier, will be also created for students to create their 4-year plans, okay? For every student heading to 9th grade. And that's for every 8th grade students, whether you're early college or whether you go to the regular freshman school. Early college high school blind lottery will be February 25th at 6 p.m. Okay, so those are upcoming events. Okay, so at this time, we will head to maybe some possible questions that were typed in here. So one question is, how does ECHS class ranking compare to a regular high school diploma in regards to getting into a competitive university? So each university has their criteria for acceptance. Like I mentioned earlier, your high school transcript will be a document that you will submit to any university that you're applying to. So that university will look at the students' courses that they took, the level that was taken, and the GPA and the ranking that is showing on the transcript. So students have to take the SAT or the ACT exam to be admitted to a college. So this year, though, for seniors, because of COVID and SAT tests were canceled across the nation and so forth, students are not required to take the SAT or ACT for our seniors right now. We are hopeful that when you become seniors, the SAT and ACT are going to be required, and we will be able to administer those tests and so forth. So students get admitted by getting a certain score on their SAT or ACT, and the score they need to get is based on the GPA and ranking they have on their high school transcript. ECHS has its separate ranking class than Del Rio High School. So our students are ranked with our 125 students, and Del Rio High School may be with maybe 500 students, okay? So that's, because we are our own campus, we do have our own valedictorian and our own salutatorian, and high school has their own valedictorian and their own salutatorian. Right now, the graduations have been together, where they both speak and so forth on the same graduation, okay? Our students also, to answer that same question, the reason we have that college transitions class embedded senior year is because that college class also has students do essays in that class. The essays are through the Applied Texas Common Application. Students write essays, they are revised, they guide them to writing good essays, because that is one of the requirements that universities look at to get admitted. They learn how to write resumes, and they do all the items that are optional on a college application. Students do through that college transition class. So if for whatever reason they are not admitted and they're put in a holistic review, everything that they've completed throughout that class, resumes, essays, and so forth, are submitted with that application. And that gives universities a better picture of what that student, who that student is academically and what their aspirations are. Okay. When will registration start? So registration, if it's regarding pre-registration, where students create their 4-year plans, that will start in March and will continue on through the months of April and May for that 4-year plan, okay? One of the other questions is, do we get some type of confirmation of having submitted the application? So We haven't had a confirmation where we tell you we can call and you can ask us. So if you feel like, yes, I did do a digital application for my son or my daughter, you can call our office to confirm, and we will let you know that we have that application on file. Okay.
And I'll jump in, Ms. Foss. So once you submit the application, you do get a message immediately afterwards that says, thank you for applying. That confirms that we got your application. All of these applications that are coming in digitally are on one digital roster, and with all the information that's on the application. Currently, well, before the meeting started, we already had some coming in. And as the meeting has been going, I've been checking, more applications have been coming in. But if you do want to double check and just make sure, then by all means, call the office. We definitely don't want to leave anybody out. We do have another way to apply. It is paper, old style or whatever, paper pencil. We will add those applications to the digital form that we have. That way everyone's there.
Awesome, thank you. Are GPAs more likely to be higher when students are in early college, high school? It may be possible. That's not to say, that if you're not in early college, if you're in regular high school, it just depends what types of classes you take. So we have 3 levels of classes: regular, pre-AP, dual credit, and AP. Dual credit and AP offer more GPA points than a pre-AP or a regular class, okay? So there's 3 different point scales: a regular class for a perfect 100 on a semester grade, because GPA is calculated at the end of every semester grade. So if I get a perfect 100 in a class for a regular, I get 4 points. If I get a perfect 100 for a pre-AP, I get 5 points. If I get a perfect 100 for a dual credit or an AP class, I get 6 points, okay? So all the points are added, the system adds all the points, divides, and then it's giving your GPA. Your GPA then gives you your ranking. What are you amongst your peers? Are you number 10? Are you number 1? Are you number 50, 80, and so forth, okay? So it depends on the higher the class, the higher your semester average, the higher your GPA, okay? So that's just one important thing to remember. For those students that are taking Algebra 1 and English 1 in middle school in 8th grade, that class is the class that's going to be on your high school transcript. That semester average you're about to receive this Friday is going to give you GPA points, and that is on a regular 4-point scale, the Algebra 1 and the English 1 classes at 8th grade, okay? So the higher the average, the more points you earn. So in order to get into early college, how and when will we need to sign up? So you just do that digital application, or again, that application is available at the 8th grade office or here with us at Early College High School. I've heard that some students have already graduated from early college, had credits that didn't transfer with them to college. And is this, let's see, I can't see that. Is this a possibility? Okay, so like I reviewed right now for the associates, you have what is the core curriculum classes, which are the basics, the core area. Those are set out, the core curriculum list is sent out by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. So the basics transfer. Now the other 18 hours, they may transfer as electives, they may not, okay? It's just like any university. If I was attending UTSA and I transferred to Texas Tech, maybe not all my classes are going to transfer. It all depends on my major, and it all depends on the university, okay? So it varies. But from talking to our alumni, that's one of the first questions we ask. So tell us what transferred and what didn't. And all of them had pretty much said, like Mr. Aaron, our student, had mentioned, he was way into his sophomore year, and some were even classified as a junior in college. So again, it just, the core curriculum does transfer, the other electives, it just depends what major you're going to aim towards to, and what university you attend, because they all vary. But it goes the same if I'm a general college student. I transfer from one university to another. You know, some may transfer and some may not. But from our experience, from the information that's been passed down from our graduates, you know, they were classified as sophomores. Some even the first year in college were classified already as juniors. Okay. Do other school districts do this? Have this program? Yes, Gpas has an academy. They work it a little bit different, but they do have an Gpas academy. Uvalde has an early college high school. Brownwood has an early college high school. Seguin. There's about, gosh, there's hundreds of early college high schools across the state that have been implemented this school for various years. Some are in the planning stage, but they are everywhere. And you can see the exact numbers on the TA website. Okay. Is there tutoring if needed? Yes, I mean, tutoring is available for students in college courses that is provided through Southwest Texas Junior College. Right now it's done virtually, but tutoring is provided, as well as any high school course. Our teachers do tutoring for students needing additional assistance in being successful in their classes. So yes, it's offered, and it is encouraged for students to attend if they are struggling in courses. Does it also start in August? Yes, we follow the same calendar, district calendar, as all the other schools in our district follow, okay? And for college classes, the college teachers also follow our schedule, our block schedule. One item that I want to mention is that for classes that are taken at Southwest Texas Junior College with one of the professors, those classes those students attending those classes are only early college high school students. They are not mixed in with the general population, okay? So that's one important item to point out. It's only early college high school students in those classes. Okay, confirmation, yes, we can confirm. That's the same question. We can confirm if we received your application. Okay. Approximately when is the counselor going to contact students if they were chosen, or how else can we find out? So we will send notices about our link to our blind lottery, which will be done virtually. So if you can attend that, that would be great. If you don't attend that, then we will notify you if your child was selected, and then we will communicate with you what proceeds after that.
We did have another question come in. It says, can you please send me the link, I guess, to apply? I was never emailed. So the link for the applications, you can find it on the Early College High School webpage. It'll be under Campus News. And if you click on the flyer for this meeting, the application is both in English and Spanish at the bottom left. Okay. Okay. I don't believe there are any more questions, but thank you for coming in. This next slide, it gives the staff members that I talked about in the beginning and their contact information, phone numbers, and emails. All of those can be found on our webpage and on the district webpage. Again, thank you for joining us. I know this presentation, it ran a little long. It is a lot of information. This presentation will be posted on the Early College webpage as well, under parent meetings. And then the QR code, it will be there, and you can still use it to ask questions. Of course, we're always available, email or phone. You can call any of the office numbers to ask questions as they come. As we say goodbye, I will leave this up for another little while, and any question that comes in while we're still here, I will go ahead and answer via text individually. Thank you, Ms. Foz, for presenting. And thank you, parents and students, for joining us. Y'all have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.